I got hooked on the markets when I was 12. Well, the first stock I bought because it was the only company I ever heard of that was selling for less than $5 a share. And it worked. And it worked because this company was about to go broke and somebody came along and acquired it, then decided that I would be involved in the markets, and this game is anything but easy.
Are you ready for the winter of chaos? That's what Ray Dalio, one of the world's most influential investors and thinkers, is calling the next few months.
It didn't last long
at
Cheerson, that's how I started the firm.
He says that we are facing a perfect storm of economic, social and political crisis that could shake the foundations of our global system. In this video, we are going to explain why he thinks so and what you can do to protect yourself and thrive in this uncertain environment. Ray Dalio is the founder and co-chairman of Bridgewater Associates, which is the largest and best performing hedge fund in the world. He's also the author of the best-selling book Principles, Life and Work, which outlines his philosophy and approach to achieving success in both personal and professional domains. He's widely respected for his insights on the global economy, geopolitics, and social trends. In a recent interview with CNBC, Ray Dalio, the founder of Bridgewater Associates, one of the largest hedge funds in the world, discussed his views on the current state of the global economy and financial markets. Dalio, who is known for his insightful analysis and constrained investing styles, expressed his concerns about the challenges and risks facing investors and businesses in the coming months, as well as his thoughts on the opportunities and trends that are shaping the future. Dalio started by acknowledging the ongoing impact of COVID-19 pandemic, which he described as the biggest health crisis and economic shock of our lifetimes.
His advice and wisdom is eagerly sought on financial matters and economic matters by policymakers around the world.
He noted that despite the progress made in developing vaccines and treatments, the virus and its variants remain a formidable threat to the public health and economic activity, especially in developing countries that lack the resources and infrastructure to cope with the crisis. He also highlighted the potential for new waves of infections and lockdowns, which could disrupt global supply chains, consumer demand, and business confidence. Dalio then turned to the issue of inflation, which he described as the biggest risk and challenges for investors and policymakers. He noted that inflation has been rising in many countries, fueled by a combination of factors such as supply chain disruptions, labor shortages, rising commodity prices, and fiscal stimulus. He also pointed out that interest rates have been rising in response to inflation expectations of tighter monetary policies, which could lead to higher borrowing costs and lower asset prices. Another concern that Dalio raised was the growing social and political conflicts around the world, which he attributed to the rising inequality, polarization, populism, and nationalism. He warned that these trends could lead to a breakdown of social cohesion, a rise of extremism, and a threat to democracy and human rights. He also expressed his worries about the potential for violence and civil unrest in some countries, as well as the escalation of tensions between major powers like the US and China. Dalio then discussed the transition to a new world order, which he viewed as a multifaceted and complex process. He argued that we are witnessing a shift from the US-dominated world order to a more multipolar one, where China and other emerging countries will play a bigger role. He also noted that we are facing a new paradigm of how to deal with climate change, energy transition, digital transformation, and artificial intelligence, which are reshaping the global economy and society. Climate change and extreme weather events have the potential to significantly disrupt agricultural production, leading to full scarcity and increased prices. Additionally, the damage to infrastructure caused by these events can have long-lasting consequences for communities. The risk of natural disasters also increases, posing a threat to individuals and their property. It is concerning to note that the World Bank predicts that the impact of climate change could force over 100 million people into poverty by the year 2030. Additionally, global GDP could experience a reduction of up to 23% by the year 2100 if the trend of climate change continues. The direction and pace of technological innovation and digital transformation are shaping up to be a mixed bag of opportunities and challenges for businesses, workers, and consumers. On one hand, digitalization is creating new markets and opportunities for businesses, heading into the emergence of new sources of value and competitive advantage. However, digitalization also requires significant investment in infrastructure, skills, and regulation to ensure that outcomes are sustainable and inclusive. Euromonitor predicts that the continued digitization of industries will persist, leading to further reshaping of markets and industries. In conclusion, Dalio's insights and perspective offer a valuable perspective on the current and future challenges and opportunities facing the global economy and financial markets. His analysis is based on a deep understanding of history, economics, and human behavior, as well as a willingness to challenge conventional wisdom and embrace uncertainty. As investors and business leaders navigate the complex and dynamic landscape of the 21st century, they would do well to listen to his advice and insights. Dalio said that these factors are creating a lot of stress and anxiety for people around the world who are facing more risks and uncertainties than ever before. In today's world, we are faced with various challenges that threaten our wealth and well-being. These challenges range from economic recessions and market fluctuations to pandemics and natural disasters. It is therefore imperative that we prepare ourselves adequately to mitigate the risks and uncertainties that come with these challenges. Ray Dalio, a leading investment management firm, has shared some insights on how we can navigate through these environments. One of the most important principles for investing, according to Dalio, is diversification. He advises that we should not put all our eggs in one basket, but rather spread our bets across different asset classes, demographics, sectors, currencies, etc. This approach reduces our risk exposure and increases our chances of survival in any scenario. Having an emergency fund is another critical principle for personal finance, according to Dalio. We should have enough savings to cover at least 6 months of our expenses in case we lose our income or face an emergency. This fund gives us more security and flexibility in times of crisis. We should also consider having some cash on hand or other liquid assets that we can access easily if we need to. Learning new skills is one of the most important principles for personal growth, according to Dalio. We should always be curious and willing to learn new things that can improve our knowledge, abilities, and productivity. Learning new skills can help us adapt challenging circumstances and remain relevant in our fields. Enhancing our network is another crucial principle for social success, according to Dalio. We should always seek to connect with people who can offer us valuable advice, support, or opportunities. Enhancing our network can help us access more resources, information, or influence in times of need. We should also consider being generous and helpful to others, as this can build trust and goodwill in our relationships. Being flexible and resilient is one of the most important principles for mental health, according to Dalio. We should always be ready to face and overcome any challenges or difficulties that life throws at us. Being flexible and resilient can help us cope with stress, uncertainty, or change. We should also consider practicing meditation, mindfulness, and gratitude, as these can improve our mood, focus, and happiness. Being radically open-minded is another critical principle for learning and improving, according to Dalio. We should always be willing to challenge our assumptions and beliefs and seek feedback and criticism from others. Being radically open-minded can help us see things more objectively and accurately and discover new possibilities and solutions. Finally, thinking in systems is one of the most powerful ways to understand and make better decisions, according to Dalio. We should try to identify the cause and effect relationships that govern the behavior of ourselves, others, and the world. In conclusion, the principles shared by Ray Dalio can be instrumental in helping us navigate through these challenging environments we find ourselves in. By diversifying our portfolio, building our emergency fund, learning new skills, enhancing our network, being flexible and resilient, being radically open-minded, and thinking in systems, we can prepare ourselves adequately to mitigate the risks and uncertainties that come with these challenges. These are some of the tips that Ray Dalio shared with us on how to prepare for the coming winter of chaos and uncertainty. We hope you found this video informative and useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified on our latest uploads. Thank you for watching and stay safe.